paperboard and evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, a light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for Monday Night Live. I'm Joe King. Large Loud has the night off. We begin with our top story. Scientists and mathematicians have come up with new weights and measurements. For example, one of the new weights and measurements is the time it takes to slip on a banana peel and hit the ground is now known as a bananosecond. Also, 2,000 pounds of Chinese soup is now called wonton. The effective weight of an evangelist is now known as 1 Billy Graham. With today being International Twilight Zone, 16.5 feet into the Twilight Zone is now called 1 Rod Sterling. If for some reason you didn't understand that joke, go ask your parents. And if they don't understand that joke, then go ask your grandparents. If neither of them understand who Rod Sterling is, maybe we're all living in the Twilight Zone and the TV series never really existed. Changing gears now, with a lack of sports coverage in the world, it's important to find that satisfying, inspiring news story in the everyday happenings of our world. And sometimes we've just got to make up our own games. With more on that, we turn now to Garrett Rich Wilson with a scavenger extravaganza. Garrett, what's going on?
Yo, what's shaking, everybody? Yo, man, quarantine is boring. I am so bored. Besides playing my Xbox, running around chasing my kids, I get really, really bored. But what I like doing a little bit more, no, I'd say it's pretty equal, is I love running around the house and grabbing a few things. So tonight, I want you to grab just a few things. We're going to do a scavenger hunt, but there's also going to be a giveaway, too. So this is what I want, y'all. I want you to find gloves. Okay, I want you to find a mask. I want you to find a coffee cup. I want you to find a piece of fruit. I want you to find some workout equipment, a toothbrush, and a video game controller. All right, those are the things. So here's the deal. If you get all that, we're going to have somebody post it down below in the comments. And you're going to need to do a hashtag at CLSCAV, SCAV. And that's going to be on the screen for you guys too. So yeah. And let's go. Make sure your profile is not on private so that it can be a public post so that everyone can see. And we're going to get back to the winner at the end at our next game. All right. So, hey, while you're doing that, I'm going to run around and try to find some stuff too. But now we're going right over to my girl, Becky.
All right. So here I am, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here in Washington State, not Washington, D.C. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before, but here we are. And I'm going to share with you a little magic trick. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to keep your eye on the lemon. Keep your eye on the lemon. Okay, ready? All right, eye on the lemon. Woo! What? All right, let's try that again. All right. Woo! Man, I don't know about you guys, but I've been trying to learn all sorts of new tricks while I'm here on quarantine. And my most favorite trick of all time has been learning how to make a lemon disappear. If you're nice enough to me, I might even send you the picture of my nephew eating a lemon for the first time. Have you ever seen a 7-month-old eating a lemon? I have, and it was the cutest. All right, you want to know the trick behind this? Ha ha ha, there's 2 lemons. Anyway, I'm here. If you look behind me in the far distance, you see the state of Oregon. That's you. I'm going to wave to you. You can wave back to me. My weekend has been up here visiting my parents for Mother's Day, and I'm at one of my all-time favorite places, and I'm learning some of these really cool new magic tricks. So I know that you might be like a little bit jealous, but don't be jealous because you too can do really cool things, like learn how to hide a lemon. All right, well, I'm gonna hand it over to my friend Joe King.
Thanks, Becky. Maybe when all of this is done, I might go outside and try that lemon trick for myself. But it seems a little rainy outside on this side of things. For a look at this week's weather, let's turn it over to the lovely and oh so talented Mandy Birchfield with a look at our weather. Mandy?
Yes, thank you, Joe King. There is a lot going on with the weather. It's kind of how it works here on this side of the river there where Becky is. Lots of sunshine, clouds, and rain all mixed in. So I'm going to have my assistant here help me out. She's going to flip the camera for me so you can actually see what's going on here as I tell you. Thank you, Assistant Leticia. Here we have Lane County. That's where the majority of you all live, Lane County. Okay, mostly from these cities here: Junction City, Elmira, Eugene, Springfield, Cresswell, Cottage Grove. Right, that's where campus life is majorly happening. Okay, so I want to talk about those specific areas and what you might find. Okay, so we'll start over here, Elmira, close to my heart, right? Elmira, right now it's a little bit sunny with a chance of Mandy and Ben. You'll find us around. All right. Junction City. I think there are some clouds I hear. And if you look closely, you might spot a Joe. In those clouds there. Eugene and Springfield area. You are more likely to find a Becky and a Garrett. They'll be there in the rain that's happening this week. If you see them, feel free to wave. Don't high five unless it's an air five, because, stay 6 feet apart. Let's bring it on down toward Cresswell. You'll see a little bit more sunshine and clouds, a little bit of Larry, and a little bit of Glen going on there too. If you get all the way down to Cottage Grove, I bet you could spot a Richard. These people here are your campus life directors. And guess what? We love you and we miss you. So why don't we just go ahead and go to a commercial break talking about just that thing?
Hey, I'm live. What's up, y'all? Hey, so I think I forgot to mention if you're doing those hashtags and you're finding that scavenger hunt, you're getting a whole bunch of stuff. All right, we want to encourage you because there is going to be a Dutch Bros gift card giveaway. All right. Anyway, so that's going to come in just a little bit. But for now, man, I'm out here doing the quarantine sports report with the athlete Charles and Amelia. And I want you to comment down below, who do you think is going to win in a race? All right, we got Charlie on a nice bike, and we got Emma on this ATV. And you probably don't know if it's engined or if it's battery powered. So who's going to win? I want to hear your comments down below. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Uh-oh, looks like we're having some technical difficulties on Emma's side. Oh, we got a winner. But that's all right. That's all right. Good job, Emma. Good job. Ah. All right. Perfect. Hey, anyways, we're having fun at Quarantine Sports. Now I'm back over with my guy, Larry.
Okay. Yep. A little humor based on our building construction. Why do we have a security code to enter the building? It would be alarming otherwise. I found out. What is the highest rung on a ladder where I feel safe? None of the above. Why do I like electrical work? It can be a shocking experience. Why do we need a network? So we don't have to. What is my highlight of laying carpet? Laying down on the job. What is my favorite part of sheetrock installation? Watching someone else do it. Why do I like patching the sheetrock? It reminds me of playing in the mud as a kid. The moral: if you want construction done right, don't invite Larry. Now I'm going to send you back to Joe King.
Thanks, Larry. That was great. Oh, I love it. In international news tonight, a new survey was done on what people thought about different countries from around the globe. Switzerland had the highest rating. When asked why they chose the country of most people said they chose that country because of principal exports like cheese and chocolate, and also because their flag was a big plus. We turn now to our reporter out in the field, Becky Peters, with a look at some fun activities to do outside. And Becky, what's going on out there?
Hey, Ben. Well, I actually really appreciate this part of the show, but of outside, because sometimes I don't have great cell space. Whenever I try to go under these trees, my data keeps cutting out from you guys, and so I'm not actually in my hammock. And also, I picked two trees that are too close together, and hammocking it in these trees would actually be a little too difficult. Sometimes life is all about trial and error. So this hammock of mine is the most favorite thing because I like to hang out. Joking, I know you'd appreciate that one. Anyway, here in just a little bit, I'm going to share with you some of my favorite stories of being outside. And a lot of those from when I was in high school happened like right here. So I want you to start thinking, what are some of your favorite things that you like to do with your friends? Maybe you like to watch movies, chick flicks. Maybe you like to cry at Grey's Anatomy with your friends. Maybe you like to go bowling. That can't really happen right now. Maybe you like to play sports. But I know a lot of you guys really like video games. So we're going to watch a commercial about Believe It Boys. Here it is.
Hey, what's up? This is Garrett with Believe It Boys. I'm excited to invite you to come hang out with us on Instagram, YouTube, and if you have an Xbox, we'd love to play some Apex with you.
I'm sorry, baby, gonna have to let you down.
Welcome back from that commercial break. I'm Joe King in for Large and Loud tonight. Yesterday, a board game enthusiast had an unfortunate accident while carrying home one of his games of Scrabble. A motorcyclist almost ran the man down, sending the box of Scrabble flying, bursting open onto the pavement, causing to litter the roadway. What was? What's the word on the street?
Hey, what's going on? Sorry about those technical difficulties, yo. But hey, we still don't have any posts quite yet. I'm encouraging everyone to. I think we might have one. We might have one coming in. But keep posting, y'all. Keep posting, y'all. We're still gonna announce the winner. But keep posting. I think there might just be one person in the running. So here we go. Get all the items that you can, and remember hashtag CLSCAV, hashtag CLSCAV on Insta. All right, y'all, or Facebook, I believe. But hey, now we're gonna be doing a little things or something different, right? It's gonna be, you might have heard this game. It's called Two Truths and a Lie. Two Truths and a Lie. So hey, the first one is about my guy Larry, who was telling the dad jokes. Awesome guy. Love him so much. So here we go. Here we got two truths and a lie for Larry. The first one is he spent 9 months in jail. All right. The second one is he was once a circus clown. All right. And then the last one, he sang Let It Go a few times. So I want you to comment down below which one you think is a lie. Is it the 9 months in jail? Is it the circus clown? Or did he maybe not sing Let It Go? I don't know. But also we have someone named Laura. She's my wife. You might have seen her. But hey, we have Laura, and her two truths and a lie are she has 8 siblings. Okay. She shares a birthday with Obama. And then 3 is she met Ryan Seacrest. So which one of those do you think is a lie? Comment down below. Keep them coming. Keep the comments coming. Is it she has 8 siblings? Is that the lie? Does she share a birthday with Obama? It's kind of odd. Or did she meet Ryan Seacrest? I don't even know who that is, but she does. Anyway, comment down below. And while you're doing so, I'm also going to let you know which one was the lie for Larry. And it was, he was not, unfortunately, he was not a circus clown. So that was the lie for him. And then also for Laura, she did not meet Ryan Seacrest. She actually talked to him on KDUK, the radio station. So that was the lie. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for playing games. I think now I'm back over to a commercial break, maybe.
Hey boy, what you doing? Hey boy, where you going? Who's that boy? Who's that boy? Who's that boy? Who's that boy? It's Jess.
Wasn't that informative and cute? Oh, this just into the newsroom. Breathing oxygen is linked to staying alive. Go figure. Let's turn one last time to Mr. Garrett Rich Wilson for another report. Garrett?
What's up? What's up? Becky.
Hey, Garrett. Oh man, gosh, I think that if Larry was a circus clown, I would 100% pay a lot of money for a front row ticket to that. So you can hear me. What's one of your favorites of one of your favorite places to hang out with some friends? For me in high school, I used to come to Willow Grove. This is the lake right above it, or the river, and right above it is Oregon. And I remember doing lots of school projects out here, and we would do all sorts of shenanigans. So anyway, if you could, I would love to hear some of your favorite stories about when you hung out with your friends. So anyway, I'm going to hand it over, and we're going to get to hear from my friend Garrett.
Yo, what's going on, Campus Life? I'm super excited and super happy. Today and tonight, actually, I get to talk to you a little bit about a story in the Bible, right? It's probably one of my favorite stories because it's something that I can relate to personally. I can relate to very, very personally. And yeah. So let me introduce myself. If you don't know me, I'm Garrett. I'm the Sheldon Campus Life leader, Sheldon Eugene Campus Life leader. I was not always a Christian growing up. I didn't know Jesus. I didn't have like this personal relationship or this connection with him. And I actually was doing some pretty shady stuff all throughout high school and pretty much throughout my whole life. I was a cheater. I lied a lot. I stole for sure. I did a whole bunch of other stuff that's just so crazy, man. It's so crazy. It's not who I am today at all. But today I'm going to tell you a story about another man in the Bible who, it's not, well, I'm going to talk about Jesus, but there's another man who I can really relate to because he was known for cheating and stealing a lot. But yeah, so this story comes out of the gospel. It's out of Luke chapter, I think it's 19, 1 through 10. The story is about Zacchaeus, right? So this, it goes as Jesus is like coming into like this town or like this, this big town. There was like crowds coming along because Jesus, being the Son of God, at this time he was performing miracles. He was healing people. He was doing all these like amazing things where people were like, dude, like this is legit. Like he's legit. He's from God. And so there would be like these huge crowds just coming. Loads and loads of people, thousands. And there was this one guy named Zacchaeus, right? And he was known as this liar, this stealer. In that time, it was basically, he was the chief tax collector. And so what that is he would collect taxes for Rome, right? But he was still a part of the people. And in doing so, he would collect taxes from people, but people never knew what their taxes fully were. And so he would just add probably a few numbers on, and he would keep the numbers that he added on for himself. And so over time, he would build and accumulate this wealth. And he was known as a chief, like the highest tax collector. So he was incredibly wealthy. But yeah, I also don't remember if I mentioned he was really, really short. And so at this time, he was like seeing like all these people going, and he's like, man, what's going on? And someone was probably like, yo, Jesus is here. He's like, oh, okay, I heard of him. That's kind of cool. Man, I'm really short. Like, how am I going to see around the crowd, right? And so the story goes that he climbs up this tree, and in doing so, he's like looking for Jesus, trying to like see where's he at, like while holding on to this tree, like, man, where is he? Well, the Bible, or the story goes that as Jesus was walking, he notices Zacchaeus. He like looks at him in the tree and was like, hey, like it said that he calls him by name. He says, Zacchaeus, I need to be in your house tonight. I need to come and stay at your house. Zacchaeus is probably like, what? Why me? Like, but it also said that he came down from the tree with great joy. He was really excited, right? Like, man, all these people and Jesus like wants to hang out with me. Like, that's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. He has thousands of followers. But also we talked about Zacchaeus being kind of like known as the cheater, the kind of the dude that nobody really liked, right? Super wealthy. But Jesus was like, yo, I wanna be your friend here. So Zacchaeus came down and welcomed him into his house. And I'm sure they probably had like a really nice banquet, right? A really nice dinner where they could probably were talking, a lot of laughter. But also, it also goes on to say that it's funny because Zacchaeus now being like face to face with Jesus, it says that he told Jesus, he was like, man, I'm actually gonna give half of my possessions to the poor. And then also, if I've cheated anybody, I'm gonna restore what I've cheated them fourfolds. So he had like this different way of thinking and way of living by only God being in his presence. That was it. See, there began to like a heart change, right? Which Jesus is known to do for so many people. When Jesus steps into our lives, man, there's this change that goes on. We don't see it, you know. It's not something that the eye can, you know, fully see. But in our hearts, man, there was a change. I know there was in mine when I met Jesus for the first time when I was 20 years old, and I know there was one when Zacchaeus met Jesus. See, Zacchaeus said all those things, and he meant them, and I'm sure he did them. But that heart changed from being all about me, all about what I can get, all about the accumulation of wealth for me, right? And it began to be thinking instead, man, I'm gonna do these things for God, right? So he wasn't living for himself anymore. He began living for something higher, a bigger purpose. But yes, lastly, it also says, Jesus said that he came to seek and to save the lost. Now, Zacchaeus was probably pretty wealthy. I'm sure he wasn't lost. He didn't lose his mother. He's not like in a grocery store. But man, there was something that was lost. Probably a connection with God, right? So he was always thinking about himself, always thinking about me. But now that Jesus came into his life, he was found in a new life. And he began to operate in this new life by restoring what he took and by giving half of his possessions away. Now, I don't know where you're at in life. You could be a Campus Life student who's just signed on for the first time, or you could be, know this story inwards and out and be like, man, yeah, I'm a believer. I know Jesus personally. But wherever you're at, I want you to think in your small groups and talk these things out. Man, am I kind of like Zacchaeus? Am I kind of lost right now? Or can I be Jesus to somebody else? And what does that look like practically? So that's something I just want to share, and I want you to think about going forth into next week and even into this small group. So anyways, guys, it's a privilege being able to share this with you. I love you guys, and I'll pray real quick. Jesus, I thank you for this time. Lord, I thank you for everyone signed on, everyone watching. Father, I pray that we have good breakout sessions, and we just pray for your Spirit to operate. Amen.
Well, thank you for joining us for Monday Night Live. As a reminder, our time continues with live breakout sessions hosted by your Campus Life leaders. Just look for the link below in the comments. For Monday Night Live, I'm Joe King saying, be kind to one another, tip a minimum wage reporter, and roses are red, here's something new, violets are violet, and not something blue. Good night. Thanks for joining.